Welcome to Gospel Music USA, bringing you the best in Southern gospel music from coast to coast. Now here are your hosts of Gospel Music USA, Danny Jones, Karen Peck Gooch, and Mike Lefevre.
Hello everyone, welcome to Gospel Music USA. My name is Danny Jones. I'm with Singing News Magazine. Karen and Mike are not here today, but that's okay. We have an absolutely incredible musical guest. Now, those of you who have followed gospel music for a long time surely recognize the name Henson. And as the Hensons were one of the most popular groups to ever be a part of Southern gospel music. Fortunately for us, there is a group of people who are carrying on that legacy, and you are about to meet them right now. Ladies and gentlemen, from Nashville, Tennessee, here are the Hensons.
Oh, come on, get ready, let's have some church. Come on, get ready, let's watch God work. Don't sit there where you are with a frown upon your face. Get up and get happy, let's give the Lord some praise. Well, come on, get ready, let's have some church. Come on, get ready, let's watch God work. Don't sit there where you are with a frown upon your face. Get up and get happy, let's give the Lord some praise.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm happy about where I'm going. The Lord died to save my soul, and I'm sure gonna show it. So if you know where you'll be when that trumpet sounds, get up and get on your feet. You're standing on holy ground.
Come on, get ready, let's have some church. Come on, get ready, let's watch God work. Don't sit there where you are with a frown upon your face. Get up and get happy, let's give the Lord some praise.
Oh, remember old Paul and Silas, how they found themselves in chains. Yeah, but they were set free right when they began to praise. He said, if you don't praise me, them old stones will cry out. So don't let a rock do your job. Get on your feet and shout.
Come on, get ready, let's have some church. Come on, get ready, let's watch God work. Don't sit there where you are with a frown upon your face. Get up and get happy, let's give the Lord some praise. Come on, get ready, let's have some church. Come on, get ready, let's watch God work. Don't sit there where you are with a frown upon your face. Get up and get happy, let's give the Lord some praise. Get up and get happy and give the Lord some praise.
Thank you so much. This next song that we're going to do is written for a good friend of mine named Gerald Crabb. He wrote it, and I'm a country gospel fan, as you could tell by Brother Danny's introduction. My family goes back to the country gospel roots of gospel music, and this song is called The Light Just Came On. It goes just like this right here. No one gave me hope for my future. I fell down more often than stood. I had nothing to count on that was sure, and not one thing within me was good. But mercy found when I was living at the end of a lost street, all alone, like a beacon in the night that came seeking in the midst of my darkness. The light just came on. life that was missing, and there's love like I've never known. See, I found joy in this new world that I live in, and Jesus is my light that came on. Oh, and mercy found where I was living. The end of Lost Street, all alone, like a beacon in the night that came seeking in the midst of my darkness. The light just came on. Oh, like a beacon in the night that came seeking in the midst of my darkness. The light just came on. The light just came on. I want to do a song now that my wife wrote a few years back for my mother-in-law, and this song has actually been special to us because my wife went through cancer last year, thyroid cancer, and the devil thought he took her out. But this song right here tells us that we have a hope that God will bring us through on the other side of this, of every circumstance. Listen. Satan's tried to kill me, he's tried to bring me down. There have been times I was so tired, I almost stayed there on the ground. And up ahead's a valley I don't wanna walk through. And Lord, you know I wouldn't try if I did not have you. 'Cause on the other side of this, there's a mountain I can stand on. On the other side of this, there's a promise I can count on. A peace and joy and love with mercy's kiss. And I'll find myself on the other side of this. Some people who've had such grief and pain, they lost themselves in darkness and never searched for light again. Oh, but I know you're the answer. Through my test, I'll testify. I'll walk through hell if I have to, as long as you're by my side. 'Cause on the other side of this, there's a mountain I can stand on. On the other side of this, there's a promise I can count on. A peace and joy and love with mercy's kiss. And I'll find myself on the other side of this. Oh Lord, please take my hand and lead me straight through. And I will tell the whole wide world that I find myself in you. In you. On the other side of this, there's a mountain I can stand on. On the other side of this, there's a promise I can count on. A peace and joy and love with mercy's kiss. And I'll find myself
Hey everyone, welcome back to Gospel Music USA. Our guest today, the Hensons from Nashville, Tennessee. And I know many of you grew up listening to the music of the Hensons, Ronnie, Yvonne, Larry, and Kenny. And even though we don't have Kenny anymore, we have probably the singer who can sound the most like that legendary performer, and that's his son, Weston Henson, and all the Hensons are with us today. Glad you're here.
Well, thanks for having us, Danny. We're honored to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you folks here. And, of course, we've got Jordy. And all the folks who watch this program are very familiar with the redhead sitting down there. Logan Smith, he just keeps popping up like a bad check.
I'm going to show up somewhere.
Yes, you are. And now, of course, Weston, you've experienced part of that moment of time when you realize that the group is going to expand simply because someone in the group fell in love.
Yeah.
And
well, here's the thought behind hiring Logan on board was we knew they were getting married, and I didn't want to have her traveling one side of the country and him going to the other side of the country being newly married. And I said, well, let's just hire Logan too.
There you go.
So, yeah.
All right. Plus, too, now you don't have to carry all the equipment.
That was the ulterior motive.
Yeah, all right. See, there's always an ulterior motive.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. Now, of course, we are missing one very important member of the Hensons, though, and that's your wife, Christy.
Yes, sir. Christy is at home. We just made a big move to Nashville, Tennessee from near Dallas, Texas, and she had asked. My mother-in-law went with us on the travel to Nashville, and she said, I don't want to leave Mom at home for 4 or 5 days while y'all go out and sing, or while we go out and sing. So she said, you mind if I stay home? And said, you know, better you unpacking than me. It'll be everywhere. You don't have a clue where it's at if I unpack it.
Right. So you actually saved her a lot of trouble.
It's both of us. It works both ways that way, so it's good.
All right. Well, let's talk about the Hensons. Of course, the legacy of your family is just unbelievably strong in the world of gospel music. Your father, Kenny, was such an important songwriter, singer, featured on many of the signature songs of the group.
Yes, sir.
And I know every night when you guys sing, someone brings up a story about your dad.
Oh, yeah, and I love it.
It's got to bring you a lot of pride knowing the impact that he left in people's lives.
Yes, sir. I mean, people think you get tired of that kind of stuff, and they say, I'm sure you get tired. And I say, no, please, share it with me, because, you know, I love knowing that that's where I come from, and that's the standard I want to uphold as well, is to treat people, let them know that they really do matter. And all over the country we go and hear stories of people that say, me and your dad were just best friends, and that's what I want people to feel when I leave them.
And you know, Logan, it's got to be almost a dream come true for you, because we kid you about this because you're so young and so gullible about everything. Yeah, but what we're getting at, though, is you truly appreciate the heritage of this music, and your favorites run deep with such artists as the Hensons. What does it mean to you, knowing that you've had your own successful solo career, now that you're part of a legacy that goes back several years? I
just think it adds to what I've already got to do. I mean, I love every minute of it, getting to sing this stuff, and it's definitely I don't want to say challenging, but it's fun to watch the transition of doing the Limelight stuff for 10 years, and then kind of just stepping back a little bit and still getting to do what I love. I always loved doing the harmonies and stuff, and never got to do that. So it's fun, and just to know where the heritage runs, it just makes it even better.
All right, so the next question is the wedding.
The wedding.
The wedding. It's coming up in October.
It is, October. We're excited about it. It'll be here before you know it. Got engaged back in December, and it's flying very, very fast.
Yes.
We're not getting much accomplished, and the date's approaching us quicker than we can get stuff done.
Right. So I guess another question we want to ask you, especially, are you willingly marrying him?
Well, I had to think about that for a little bit.
Okay.
I had to, when he proposed, I had to think for a few split seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, the funny thing is, she's not lying.
No, I'm so happy to be marrying Logan, and we're excited.
He is a great guy, and we wish you all the best of luck. All right, Weston, when people want to find out about this version, this edition of the Hensons, where do they need to go look on the web?
We have a website at www.thehensonfamily.com, and you could go there, find out news, and find social media links, and Instagram, Facebook. I don't know what all is out there anymore. They just keep getting ahead of me. But that's where you could find CDs, news, everything. You can go right there.
All right, so let's talk about this. Obviously, the legacy of songs that the Hensons have, Call Me Gone, Lighthouse, all of those great songs down through the years. How difficult is it for a group such as you to create your own identity? Even though you're very proud of where you came from and the legacy that it has, you still have to move on a little bit. So,
Yeah.
what has been the good mixture to do that for you?
Well, I personally, a lot of people talk about the shadow that I, would live in, and there's undoubtedly the whole weight of being who I am and whose son I am. But if I were to hear my dad say something to me, he'd say, "Son, be yourself and don't let any shadow take you over, but you just shine your light brighter than everybody else can see the shadow, and so then that makes you who you are." So he said, "Be yourself." And draw influence from people, and that's what Dad would do. He would draw influence from a various array of artists that he loved, and that's kind of what we do. And undoubtedly, you're going to have people want to hear those classic songs.
Right.
But we do always make sure to give our versions, our takes of our songs, and be original in that manner.
Okay. All right, folks, we're going to give the Hensons an opportunity to do that very thing. You're going to hear some new songs, you're going to hear some old songs, and you're all going to hear them right here on Gospel Music USA. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Don't let Logan distract you. We're coming back right here on Gospel Music USA. Welcome back to Gospel Music USA. Our guests today have been the Hensons, and as we mentioned earlier, the songs that this family has been associated with down through the years is an absolutely incredible list of Southern gospel classics. They're going to give us two of those songs right now, so ladies and gentlemen, will you make welcome the Hensons as they sing The Lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse on a hillside, and it overlooks life's sea. When I'm tossed, it sends out a light that I might see. And the light that shines in darkness now will safely lead your road. I know if it wasn't for the lighthouse, my ship would sail no more. Everybody that lives around us, all around us, they all say, just tear that lighthouse down. And they say, we all know the big ships, they don't sail by this way anymore, and ain't no use in it standing round. Yeah, but then my mind, it goes away on back to that old stormy night, when just in time, thank God I saw the light. Don't you know it was the light from that old lighthouse? You know something else? The world says it's gone, but I'm gonna tell you that it still stands on the hill.
And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him. For Jesus is the lighthouse from the rocks of sin. Shone His
songs like The Lighthouse and many other in the family's catalog that have touched a lot of lives. And I can't tell you how many times people have come up to me in churches and events where we've sang, and they'll tell me stories like, you never know what that song means to me. And I'm so thankful to be a part of that heritage, and I'm so thankful that these guys and gals are part of that as well. And this song right here that we're about to sing holds special meaning to me because it's one of my daddy's most well-known songs that he wrote way back in 1981. That, you know, the state of the world that it's in right now, you can tell that we're getting close to the end. And Christians all over the country and all over this world have a big target on your back as far as saying that basically nobody likes Christians anymore. But you know, it doesn't matter. We don't serve God for their opinion and or their approval. But they can call me anything they want to for serving Jesus. But I can tell you one of these days when he calls me, they're just going to have to call me God. Listen to this song right here. Call me a dreamer, 'cause I call it mine, heaven, and I don't care. And call me crazy, 'cause I'm homesick for it, that I have never been there. Call me a stranger, 'cause that's all I am. I know I don't belong. You can call me anything, but when he calls me, then you gotta call me gone. Call me gone. Call me gone. If you're left here without Jesus to call on and call me gone. No more heartache, call me gone. And all that it takes is for me to hear him call me and call me gone. Yes, sir. You know, it's true, I've been called an awful lot of things in my lifetime, and just to be honest with you, smart but not every one of them. But thank God I was smart enough one day to call Jesus Christ the Lord of my life. And you know what? I called it quits to a whole lot of sinning. Now, because of that commitment, a lot of people laugh at me and they call me foolish. Go ahead and let them laugh, because that don't bother me at all, because even a fool can see by the shape she's in that this old world's just about to fall. But just as long as I let Jesus call the shots, I don't have nothing to fear. And when that roll is called up yonder, don't you dial my number then, honey, 'cause this old boy just simply ain't gonna be here. You can call me gone, leave and call me gone. You'll be grieving if you're left here without Jesus to call on and call me gone. No more heartache, call me gone. And all that it takes is for me to hear